Watch Transit TV right now.
Mi Harmon ultime comentario 1. Keep watching Transit TV and stay more for premium content. Otra vez, adios.
From their fans for the next 3 days.
Okay, but if they win the game, the points will be added, right? And it will be recorded. I mean, cancel them, like ban, like cancel. I'm serious, like cancel them. You get like what do you mean by close doors, playing behind?
Yeah, well, I think. Anything to say before we run up on this one?
Well, nothing else. You guys have done justice to it. I was just gonna maybe highlight the violence that said occurred against Rangers. Hopefully, those kind of things will be eradicated from our football, and so opposing teams can feel confident and safe playing away games.
Yeah, also, that reminds me, Peter, I remember I heard that there was some security concerns as well in Port Harcourt for the Rivers and Bayelsa game. Was it before or after the game?
No, that was during the game. I think in the first half, before the first half ended, it was just a clash of fans. Okay. And the Bayelsa came with their fans, and Rivers fans were also present, so they were just having a bit of an argument, close to the touchline of the pitch, until security personnel had to intervene. And then for Enugu Rangers as well, they were away in Jos, and they played a 0-0 draw. And the fans of Plateau United were a bit upset and outrageous, and they started stoning the boss of Enugu Rangers, damaged the boss and damaged a match. I think they used a stone on a match official and also a player as well who was bleeding. And Bendel Insurance too. I think there was also another incident that happened there on the match official. But the league has already done justice in disseminating sanctions for Plateau United and Bendel Insurance, and that's what makes the league beautiful. And another surprising thing that that I've seen so far this season is the fact that we are currently on match day 11. The next match day is match day 12. And the Premier League, over the weekend, we had match day 11. So the league now is now going toe-to-toe with the other big leagues. Unlike before, by now we are starting match day 1.
Yeah, exactly.
So, Victor, please,
the league has improved.
What was the sanction? What was the sanction that was given to Plateau for that incident?
They gave them a 4 million, fine of 4 million. Then,
one details of that. You have an article. Vito has an article on that on our website transittv.com. You have details of that report as well on the website for people who want to know. Like Ugum asked, what the sanctions were and the details of those incidences.
Okay, Plateau United, they were deducted 3 points and 3 goals, and they were also fined 4.5 million to cover damages of the boss and other losses. And then Bender Insurance, they were fined 2.7 million naira and also 750,000 naira as compensation to the assaulted referees in that game, and they were also deducted 3 points and 3 goals.
Wow, that's interesting and very, very good of the I mean, like Ugo mentioned, fans should learn to like I always maintain in this show, we know football is an emotional packed sport, but still you have to there are boundaries and the lines that cannot cross with your emotions and your expression of your emotions. If you have anything, go and protest against your team's performance and don't take it out on your opponents. And I hope that these fans have learned their lesson and not cost their teams precious points that they work hard to put on the table. You don't want to be angry for losing 3 points or 2 points. Then you go and deduct at least 3 points more from the team. That doesn't make any sense at all. Okay, guys. Samuel, what do you want to say?
I think that for me, I feel these punishments are not really enough for me, because I feel another team will still try the same rubbish and be like, I beg you, no bit money we go pay. I beg no big points. So people they will take this NPFL. Some teams they will take this NPFL seriously. I feel by the time they ban some teams, like anything that by the time they ban the team for like 1 year, 2 years, and nobody ever hears about you again, your career, all the players' career will die. Then they will know that okay, we have to caution our fans and ourselves. So honestly, because I've been saying it, even there was a podcast I went for, and I said the same thing that money, finding money for people's life. Imagine that guy that they stole his head, and he bled him. Imagine it went wrong and the guy died. So you tell me it's 4.5 million naira, even if it's 10 million naira that will bring guys back, life back. Ban them, seize their license, and maintain their self. Like for me, it's not punishment. They're just showing that they want money and they're greedy. That's why they're looking for money.
One more thing I forgot. One more thing I forgot to add is that both Latin United and Bender Insurance have been given a ban in their next 3 games, so they'll be playing their games behind closed doors, away from their fans for the next 3 games.
But if they win the game, the points will be added, right? And it will be recorded. I mean, cancel them, like ban, like cancel. I'm serious, like cancel them. You get like. What do you mean by close doors, playing behind?
Yeah, well, I think I understand what you mean, and I share your emotion right there. But sometimes, I'm sure these teams, by the time it happens again, it's not going to be 2.5 million, and this also will serve as a deterrent for other teams. Apparently, by the time anybody tries to after this incident, I'm sure the sanctions are going to be more, and with time, it will get to that place you're talking about. Because if fans of United do this again next week, I don't think that they're going to have just 4 million fans. It's going to be way more than that, and they will get to that point where eventually the league will lose it with them. I mean, all around the world, we see fans sometimes go overboard with their reactions. It happens; it's part of the game. But we just thank God that nobody's life was lost, and that these fans and these clubs will, make out time and educate their fans and let them understand the position of what they are doing, because eventually it will cost them a lot, and I guarantee you that it's going to get to that point. Yeah, thank you guys, and our fans, let us know what you think about all this. Who are you rooting for? Do you think Heartland will make it all the way to the top? Remo Stars, are they going to win this league? Has Philly George finally lost grip of the league? Is he going to bounce back? It's a big clash this weekend against Remo Stars. And who do you think is going to win that game? And as a matter of fact, if you go to our socials, we have a predict and win going on. The game against between Remo Stars and Rivers United. If you predict that game correctly, you stand to win a prize. So if you go to our Facebook, Instagram, and our Twitter accounts, we have that out there. You can be part of that in our own way of supporting the Nigerian League, the fans who watch the league. Thank you guys, and see you next time. Ciao.